have Minas Gerais loaded up our first game, Cheese versus Lionheart. Take
All
it
right, it
away.
looks like we have an interesting one ahead of us now. We have Lionheart and Chiss both playing the Ottomans here. A great civ, if you ask me, on this map, especially with the Jesuits. I'm wondering to see which one of them is going to incorporate it, if any. We see a food treasure, two food treasures going in base for Lionheart over here.
He
That's
had,
going to be nice.
he had a great
This is
point because I think one of the strengths, especially if this game goes into age 3, we're having the Spahi, Mamelukes. So actually having the Dragoons is such a good unit against each other. So they both can do them. And I actually hope they do it because I think it's going to be very, very, very handy.
Yeah, I also think most importantly, it's the 15% villager train time for already free vills. That's going to come into play. I mean, you're talking about faster vill production on a civ that already produces quite fast when it gets all of the church upgrades.
Не, да, пожалуйста, хлебчик.
Oh, interesting. They actually get for free.
Нет,
Shake,
сегодня
Yeah.
нет.
Shake if you want to
Yeah?
talk. You gotta mute yourself.
Yeah.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay, both players starting off with a TP and a market. They're chopping. They're going to put down that house. This is pretty standard.
Yeah, they're both going for the same build order.
Not much scouting going on from either player. I mean, explorers are pretty much just grabbing whatever treasures are in base. I would have liked to seen more movement. Their Lion is picking up a nice treasure. We can't see what it is right now. Chiss is waiting for cooldown on so he can crack shot one of these treasures and pick this up. Caverna, can you check and see what this treasure is? All right, Lion grabbing 75 wood. I don't know what Chiss is waiting for, but Lion could come up now. This is dangerous. Lion is walking the other way, though. That is unfortunate. It would be a great pickup if he just made a right. And we see him picking up the flag of the TP. That's smart. We like to see that.
Yeah.
Capitalism coming in. Second card now.
And he's managed to get the poach of coin at
He even
35.
managed to get the coin. There's another one sitting behind Chiss's base here. Chiss grabbing 85 food. Wow.
That's
Okay,
good.
so Lion about to click up. We could switch over to Chiss now. We could see how he's combating behind. Both players pretty much aging up at the same time. The only difference is Lion's capitalism came in slightly faster. We're going to see how that pays off. Another shipment coming in now for Lion, already ready for age 2. Stacked. We don't know how Chiss compares. I don't think he has
Well, let's
killed.
have a look.
He's only halfway towards another, exactly. So Lion, we can assume, has picked up quite a bit more treasures. He's gotten that experience. This is looking good for him so far.
How's it going, boys?
We do have capitalism sent already from Cheese, though, don't we?
Yes,
Don't-
both players do have the 3 vills and capitalism.
No,
sent.
no,
I'm
no. Lionheart doesn't
pretty
have
sure.
capitalism on the deck.
Okay, interesting.
Who's Chiss?
We're casting, man. If you can mute yourself, I would
Oh,
appreciate it.
Alright, so.
All right, not much scouting going on from Chiss here. Lion scouting his opponent. He's trying to be aware of what's going on. I like that. He's also got both of the native TPs on Chiss's side for line of sight here. He sees this hunt. He knows that Chiss is going to be herding that in. I don't expect either player to go for an FB here. It looks like we're going to just see an FF from both players. Are we like straight up?
No,
Timing
really, like
FF.
this could be a game H2 gameplay because you have a lot of crates on H2. He hasn't got the well, but he does send the 700 coins straight away.
He's doing
And
the
I
700
wonder-
coin. He's macroed for it. Look, he's pulled all the vills off of coin. He's putting them on food. He's just going to get that 1200.
Yeah, he's definitely going for
He's
an
leaving that wood on the ground. That's probably the smarter play. It's probably all about that timing for the FF. You just pick up the wood during your age up after you click, and then you could add a market and military buildings,
Yeah,
etc.
he's gonna have to micro
So-
here though with the crates when the coin comes out, so he doesn't actually gather the wood, so he actually can gather the coin and age up as fast as he can. Let's see if he's gonna actually micro this correctly.
I think the coin should pop out on the left side of the TC here towards those vills that are on that hunt. That's just my assumption. That way he
that's
could
it.
separate it from the wood easy.
Very,
So
very
now
nice.
his vills, he doesn't have to worry about them confusing it and auto-pathing onto wood to gather that. He's going to age up. It looks like we can switch over to Chiss now. We see him snaring Chiss's Explorer. He could easily take that down right now. Chiss has no military. He has one military building, excuse me, stable way forward Out of place market, if you ask me. I don't understand that at all.
I think that's for visibility. But what happened is like the difference here. We have in a H2 gameplay from Cheese. He sent the 5 villagers, so that is an indication that he wants to play H2. However, he does not have the 600 wood.
No,
And
I don't think he's going for a straight H2 play. I definitely think that Chiss is going for a semi-FF. We're seeing a
semi-FF, yes.
5 deli semi-FF here. He's got 2 over there. He's gonna split these up, 3 and 2. Never mind, he's gonna go 4 and 1, I guess. He's setting the coin, so he's gonna start macroing for that age up. We could switch back to Lion now. Lion's probably already clicked up halfway done to age 3. Just about. I would have liked to seen Lion have heard that extra hunt up there where those deli were coming in, just with at least 1 Vil. We see some Vils popping in the TC. He's gonna pop them in, only half HP on 1 Vil. Getting some TC shots off. 900 wood floating right now. I'm interested to see what he's gonna invest this in. He knows that he can't really spend it right now. He's gonna put down a house. Right back in the TC. Doesn't lose that Vil. Still no market, so we don't have great coats. Vils great macro, excuse me, pushing them out right as he can, switches them up left and right, just getting them back out working. He's being efficient, only having 10 in there. That way he could do max damage. Vils are back out. We see houses getting thrown down. He's just kind of spending that wood a little bit. Chiss still macroing to age here. Lion throwing his Vils back out. Chiss throwing down a missionary now to heal, an imam to heal his deli here now. I would like to see his explorer do a little bit of scouting. He's kind of just sitting idle. He did get some good idle time there with his deli. He pressured. He got to see what Lion's doing. He knows that Lion's age 3 now. Okay, Lion, now he must have aged up with 4 deli of himself here. We see 3 Janissary and 4 deli out right now. He's trying to return the favor. He's trying to put that pressure back on. Explorer is right there. Jans are kind of just shooting.
As you can
I don't
see
even know
here,
where his Jans are.
She is on a
Oh,
23
there's
villagers. And Lionheart is sitting on 17, so we've got the 5 villagers lead. Actually 6 now, because he did manage to kill a villager on the first raid.
True, yeah, I think he did get more than 1, but
I think Chess is playing a phenomenal game right now. I think, sorry for interrupting you boys, just from seeing what I'm seeing right now, he is ahead in eco, but in momentum he is a little bit behind due to the fact that he does not have an H3, like he didn't have the H3 in as quick as possible. We do see the Nizams coming out though from Lionheart, which Chess is counter reacting with Janus with Aba's guns. Now we all know that Lion is a big Musk bout enjoyer, and I think Chiss did his homework and actually knows about this. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Janissary Horse Art. Sorry, Abus Horse Searcher in this matchup
Cav
from
Archer.
Chiss. Yeah, which in
Yes.
this matchup will actually win.
Well, this is where I tend to disagree with you a little bit. Although I liked the idea of the 5 deli and I liked the idle time, I liked the 2 Vils. I believe that actually died. I believe it was 2. I do think that Lion's tempo is so clean and so crisp here. I think that Chiss is going to have an incredibly hard time dealing with this. I don't see how it's going to go down. The Nizams are here. If Lion puts the Nizams in front, he could have, I believe there's a stance for siege resistance. He's got the Falc a little far back. Chiss being smart, not over committing here. Lion packing him up. He's going to move him back in. He's got the veteran upgrade now for
This
his...
is a big mistake by Lion. This is a big mistake.
This was a big mistake. He
This
definitely
is a
wants to
horrible
keep that
mistake.
pressure.
Yep, he has to keep the pressure.
He
He's
wants to
behind in
keep those
bills.
Bills. He wants to keep those Bills idle. He wants to know when those 2 Falcons pop out. He wants to already be unpacked, ready to go, force a fight, force Chiss to have to react. I think that this is a blunder here. I think he knows it. He kind of just had to step away. It looks like he pulled his units away, took a breath, calmed down. He's leaving the deli, maybe thinking about raiding. Maybe forgot about him. Chiss looking.
As I said, Chiss is going into the Cav Archer Abus right now, and this composition in the long run is just going to beat out the Musk Cannon.
The Musk Cannon, yes, I agree. And we see Chiss now shipping Cav Archer. I'd like to see Lion's point of view here. Maybe we could see 1,000 coin coming in from him. Nope, Lion is also shipping Spahi now. Okay, so a little bit more heavy Cav approach. It's basically like a must-cuss
He's trying to play
type
bully
of
ball
combo.
here.
Yes.
High HP, high damage units. He's trying to get. But if he wants this to succeed, he has to smack everything he has in right now. He cannot
Yeah.
wait much longer.
I
because
don't think pulling out of that fight was the way to go. I think he needed to be more aggressive there. I do like that the Deli are coming in from the side to get the snare. He needs to micro them away. He could just pull them
However,
away and have them
Lionheart
chase.
still
It
has a
doesn't
lot of
matter. It
timing.
looks
He
like
has
he's
the
just gonna
Spahi.
easily hold it.
He has this Spahi. It's gonna be a very hard unit to be dealt with, even with the Cav Archers, because they will have to have some units on the front line to actually tank for the Spahi, and only with Cav Archers and Uppergun is gonna be really hard for him. He does have 11 Cav Archers, so that's a good amount of Cav Archers, but he does not have any Janissaries to be in the front line. He lost the only Deli is the only unit that could tank here. It's gonna be really hard to stop this. It still doesn't have the Falconet shipping the coin. Maybe he's thinking that Lionheart is going to an H4 without scouting. Here comes Lionheart with the push. This is gonna be.
I definitely
close
think
game
Chiss
here.
is shipping the coin and for purposes of making Abyss here. I think Chiss is gonna commit H3. I think he wants to mass. He definitely wants to be careful in this fight. The Falcons aren't even getting any value right now. We see Vils and Hajuks being popped. This is huge. We're gonna see those Falcons most likely go down here. Already half HP on one. The Hajuks definitely gonna take one down. The Vils, they need to get back to work. Hajuks need to be going. Lion completely cleans up Chiss's army here. And all Chiss really has to show for it is he killed one Falc. I don't know. This is not looking good for him right now. He's got quite a bit of resources floating. Lion with the 5 gens coming just randomly out of the left side for the raid. I really like what I'm seeing here. This is just Lion, you know, broadcasting his APM essentially here. He's just out APMing, out multitasking.
Yeah, and Imans goes down. That's what I was saying. The Spahi momentum, it was just on point. Like about 10 minutes time, that's when he got them, and the push. So we are in 2 minutes after the fighting, but that's the time you want to use Spahi. If the Spahi before 10 minutes, this is the perfect timing to be used. They served the purpose. They managed to clean up all the units, and he still have a Spy over there. Actually, he could have saved that Spy. He moved them away, and it actually will heal itself. And I think he's doing.
Yeah,
That.
and I think this is what Lion's doing right here is a showcase of the difference between a 1600 elo decision and an 1850 or 1900 elo decision. Sieging the houses after winning a fight. I mean, you just know that he knows his civ. He knows what he's playing against. He knows shipments are the ticket here. He's just gonna siege these houses now and deny your pop, and he's gonna stop you from being able to mass. He's just gonna take complete control here.
Yeah, that's true. And you can still see the villager lead from Cheers. However, just the arm composition is really hard to deal with. So much tanky units and the Spahi on the great timing from Lionheart, getting Cheese out of position and getting in a very bad situation here. He can't really defend this, and at the moment I think it's going to be really hard to come back. Actually,
There's the Falc. The Falcs are popping out. Chiss wastes a shot on killing his Falc. I don't know. I guess that's worth it. Those were gone. That was very unfortunate there. We see Mamluk now out on the field from Lionheart. Another tanky Cav. Some of the best Cav in the game for a mercenary. Only 5 Cav Archer to deal with. 4 Mamluks. Definitely not enough. Chiss is screwed in my opinion right now. I mean, he's pulling all of his vills. He knows that he's got to give up this TC. He doesn't have any units to stop this right now.
Doesn't have any shipment to send. Lost the Falconet without any contestment.
More vills about to go down.
Absolutely nothing that Chiss can do here to come back from
that
this
is
game.
the game.
And that's GG.
Well played, Big Chiss. Well played, Lion. Sorry.
Well played. Well played, both players. I think Lion just had a very, very clean FF timing right there, and you know, I mean, it just worked out really well. I most cases when you see these timing FF civs and they're in a mirror, it usually favors the guy that FFs. And I have to agree with Ali. The 5 cav idling and killing 2 vills looked really good. But it just shows you that when you're playing a tempo civ, like you gotta play your strengths and you need to focus on your timing.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to micro against that composition. I agree.
All right, so here we go. We're going into game 2 on Saguenay. We have Big Lion with USA over here, one of his main squeezes. And we also have Chiss playing Japan, one of his main squeezes. Both players busting out their best. I don't know who's favored in this. I don't really play either Civ or know too much about them. Certainly not USA.
Yeah,
We see a wood treasure going down early. Okay.
he has the advantage of having the cosmetics here for the explorer. Lionheart is very, very well familiar with the USA and also DLCs in general. I expect great plays from Lionheart. I think he's comfortable playing this. He actually playing the tournament, so it's very nice to see. He can do H2, go H3, and I don't think he's gonna go anything funky. Might play on H3 more than actually going to an H4, especially because Japan will put a lot of pressure. I would say, and we all know Chiss is a master of Japan, even though isn't the biggest meta right now. However, he's so good at it that he makes it work every single time, and I hope he actually makes a win here, so we go into a game 3 for the series. So I hope we're gonna have a great game.
Yeah, I'm
So-
looking forward to this one. I'm interested to see how Japan will handle this. I'm interested to see what Lion's plan is, what the magician's gonna do, what trick is he gonna pull out of the hat. Will either player go water even? I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Japan using both explorers to build a shrine here. We see a shipment floating, mainly because he doesn't have that house up. So a little late here on the shipment. Shipping boats, interesting. We could potentially see some water gameplay here from Chess. It looks like it. Not really, I guess. I guess
Yeah,
this is pretty interesting.
That's basically 3 villagers that are uncontested for the
Yeah,
beginning of the
I'm
game,
assuming it's
unraidable.
the uncontesting part
Yeah,
of it that is the
that's pretty
appeal
much
to
what
him.
it is. Um,
So a
and
little
I don't know.
abstract.
He's actually walking with both together at the same time. Sometimes you see them being spread out to actually get a little bit more vision on the map, and also gathering treasures. They're actually pretty good at collecting treasure on their own. Um, However, he must have a strategy for this. Maybe he wants to build shrines pretty quickly with both explorers at the same time. I think that's what he's going for.
I think that he's pretty confident that Lion's probably going to do a timing FF and gap. He must be sure of himself that Lion's going to do one strat. I think that that's maybe a mistake if I'm right, just because if you've watched Lion, there's probably like 20 different things you could do with USA. Maybe only if like 2 or 3 are actually super effective and could be played at top level, but there are just multiple variations, and he obviously knows how to do them. We see that he does have a frigate in his deck, so he's ready to take Chiss off water if he needs to, by any chance here.
And he's shipping Spanish immigrants.
Spanish
He's gonna be
immigrants.
able to take all the TP lines and also the settlements for practically free. Um, the thing is, Japan is aging up with the Sugar Shrine. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think it's
pretty
smart.
standard. I think it's
Yeah.
smart. I think you see a lot of people uncertain what to do nowadays. I think Chiss is just someone that's obviously very experienced with Japan. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got the port consulate, and he's just gonna spam out these shrines here, and he's just gonna play, pretty standard Japan. Not much to it. We see Lion on top of it. He's got a clubman and a coyote here. It looks like he's got Fang the coyote, and he's got a Nuka clubman. He's got his explorer. That explorer from Japan's gonna go down. It looks like he's on cooldown for his smoke screen ability, so that one's down 45 XP down the drain.
And his ability to actually create shrines for that one still survives. Mr. CK.
Correct. He still has his second explorer. Not gonna. He doesn't really have enough wood production, in all honesty, though, to get the double shrine down. We do see Lion with a forward outpost.
Hello, motherfucker.
I like this. I like the forward outpost, denying the hunts because he's actually trying to take control of the shrines here. He does
Okay,
have an intention of taking the TP line, and we do have an
of
age up for
course.
both of them.
So he has now, it's on the coast, which is giving him line of sight of the water. It's also going to help him deny water too, and it's also going to receive shipment points. And there you have it. You see it. There's the pike coming out now.
So he's going
He's
for
going to
an
be putting
H2
this
play.
nice early aggression on Chiss. He's going to be pushing. He's going to be sieging these shrines.
Please.
That's all he's got to
Put
do.
me through.
Yeah, he's going for an H2 play with the pike state militia gameplay. Is like basically is like a bow pike sort of strategy.
I don't think he's gonna. Well, I don't think he's gonna make bow, but I definitely think that he's
when
gonna use
I
these
said
pike
state
and he's gonna
militia
be
like a
sieging.
bow, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I get what you're saying now.
Okay.
Okay, now the 5 Yumi coming out. Lion now going in reverse. Definitely doesn't want to be around those Yumi. He sees the wonder that Chiss is aged up with. We see a lot of early aggression here from Lion. Okay. I believe those are Colonial Militia. Those are the Skirm, if I'm not mistaken.
The only problem that I have here, Cheese is not ready for this. He does not have the military to. He's not. He's just not ready for this. He's just slightly late, and Lionheart's gonna do a lot of idling here. We do have 70 idle villagers at the town center. That's not great. We want 10 there maximum for maximum damage anyway, but that's just like a couple seconds idling. It does go away. Those guys have no siege power, so he's forced to back out. And
State Militia, that's what it is. Yep.
state militia
Okay.
is-
Anyway, so Lion just broadcasting his game knowledge here. So he knows that Japan struggles with making cav early, especially if they don't have a stable. That their ability to get that down, if they put down a Rax and a stable, they won't be able to queue from both, and they're gonna lose out on a lot of. Their eco won't be very good even more. So just good game knowledge by him. That's why he's so aggressive here with these state militia. He's just running in. He's not really worried about cav. He knows that Japan is kind of, forced to just make infantry here. He's got a couple pike. He's doing a lot of early game aggression here. We see Chiss shipping coin, it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, Lion shipping coin. So we can only assume that he's probably getting ready to age up based off this macro here.
Right, this was basically he's trying to force Cheese into staying H2, so he can age up himself and actually be with a better unit composition than Cheese, especially because Cheese is going on Yumi. I hope that he stops doing that and do actually some Ashigaru, and Ashigaru is coming out. However, he's gonna get stuck in H2. He doesn't have many shrines, and he's really far away from aging up, and he knows now that Lionheart does not have any units more to put any pressure, so he must assume that he's aging up right now.
Yeah,
Well, he
I think
should
this
be.
is a bit of a mistake. I think that Chiss just scouted with his explorers. He just moved his Yumi. Like, he just moved across the whole map. He has no anti-cav, and he just saw that there was no forward base. So I think him pushing up like this is a blunder. I think he should know that Lion is going to age behind this. I think he should be trying to age himself. I like the greed from the wood. I think that he definitely needs to get more shrines out. There's Lion going up now. He's not really worried. He's just going to get those Gatlings. He's going to get the rest of his army, do exactly what he wants. Sharpshooter, you name it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the one that gives you sharpshooters, and that comes the card from the capital that allows the age up to be slightly faster. Also sending Virginia plan, which is gonna give him an extra shipment. So at the cooldown, we're gonna have 2 shipments from Lionheart, and I'll have
Wow,
great
2
timings.
shipments. That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's
That's
basically
a hell of an upgrade.
it takes a lot of time. However, you spend 1 shipment to get another one. It takes some time though, but it does give a momentum once you age up. Here we go. Actually, the Hampshire actually gives you irregular, so I was mistaken with
The
the
Yumi
age up.
out of place now, just getting caught. Lion getting
That's not
lots of
scared,
good
though. Now
damage.
he's
The
not.
outpost still being up. Literally still taking damage from the outpost. It's basically not even close to going down. Colonial Militia able to pop from the outpost. That's a pretty strong ability if you ask me.
Yeah.
The flag is down.
I know, Chiss, and this. I don't think Lionheart is winning this game. In all honesty, I think I've played this matchup with Spain a lot of time against Chiss in Japan, and he is so aggressive with this. I think this was the right play so far by Big Chiss, and taking down that tower will really, really, really hurt USA. And if he does not, if he decides to pop those Gatling guns on that tower, they're all gonna go down because of the melee attack by the Ashigaros. So I'm not expecting
I
I'm
think so. I
expecting
think
Lionheart
the
he's
to.
gonna
I'm
pick right
expecting
there,
the Gatling to clean
and
this
the
up
Gatlin's
right
gonna clean
now.
it up. He's
This
gonna
game
clean
is
it up.
about to end right here. This
100%,
game is
yeah.
over.
No, this is not over.
This
But he's
is a
gonna clean it up for sure.
100% game over right here. Lion is about to clean this up. There's no way that Chiss is going to have. If he has to remass and stay in H2, he's absolutely done.
100%.
He just threw away quite a lot of resource in that fight. That
Can we
out,
see Chiss's point of view, please,
Okay.
Kaverna? That's possible.
I think Chiss is quite mad right now that that outpost was about 50 HP away from going down and denying those Gatlings.
No,
That would have been
no,
key to
no.
him.
I'm still 100% comfortable in Chiss's ability to out micro here because if you notice closely, there is barely any anti-cap right now for the USA player. If he cancels a couple of Ashigaros and actually manages to get a decent size of Naganatas in like a 5 batch, he can clean this army up and age behind it with a way better economy.
I think it's worth knowing though that Gatling do more damage to Cav than organs. Like whereas organs do more damage to infantry, Gatlings are the opposite. They're the yin and the yang. They do more damage to Cav. I feel like 5 Nagi will get melted. I feel like Lion is sitting pretty. He's got at least 8 Musketeer there right now. They're upgraded. They're age 3 veteran.
He needs
I
to
feel
contest
quite
this.
good
He
for
needs
him
to
right
send
now.
some of his military to poke and not get caught up by the Gatling guns at the same time. I think he has to do that because he's not gonna have the resources to actually create another barracks and actually stop a little bit of the timing push that the pressure that Lionheart put it in. So actually, just poking on these units is one by one at least that trying to force Lionheart to actually back out just a bit, and there we go.
I don't know if Lion
sent it.
sees these.
Oh, but those Gatlings are really exposed. Oh, you saw that right on time.
He saw that.
The
That was
Minutemen
good
are popping
reaction.
out, but this is such a bad pop. This is such a bad pop right now. The army is nowhere to be seen. He needs to put his Ashigaro at least in
Lion
defend
being
mode.
very smart here. He's just focusing the infantry. He's trying to get max damage off here. We see about 8 Nagi on the field, I believe, in total here. Lion's probably going to get cleaned up in this fight.
That's huge for Cheese here. I like that. I like the sandwich man here going in every direction, sending the irregulars, really crushing those 3 Gatling guns. And it wasn't like a big investment from Lionheart. He just took a couple of he took the barracks though, and it's like it's gonna take some time for Cheese to actually get those barracks back in the game, especially because he's actually gathering coin with the shrines. But great momentum for Cheese now, and actually managed to cut up his score, and he has a better economy. Let's not forget that he does have the shrines. He does have a bigger economy. He has 38 cities on 38 villagers, plus he's sitting on 6 fishing boats, where Lionheart is on 27. So the economy here from Japan is way greater. However, we do have a better timing here from USA. I don't hear any audio though. Sometimes on my recordings, it's just one of those.
He did happen to make 3 Gatlings behind this. He is shipping the Gatling card again, which is going to give him 2. That's going to give him a total of 5. He's got the pikes back out now. He's got a ton of musketeer. He's got that healthy musk mask. He's going to be defending this quite well now. He's taking Chiss right back off those shrines, and Chiss isn't even able to contest this. This is the disappointing part.
So
And
Lionheart went with the Gatling shipment back to back, sending
Can we maybe
wait a
see
second. He's
if
making
Chiss
more of them.
already
He's
if
making more
Chiss
of them.
already shipped 700 coin?
yeah, we need to see if Chiss is even trying to age here. It does look like he's just committing to age 2 here. We see a couple Yamabushi, we see 5 Ashi, Naginata being made. Lots of food here.
If that's the case, this is all gonna come down to micro, and I don't know if Chiss has it in him to out micro 5 Gatling guns. Yes, he has the greater mass. Yes, he has the better units actually, but I think purely
6.
those
Wow, we have
6 Gatling
6
guns are
Gatling guns
just
out right now.
gonna absolutely destroy everything he has.
shows
But then
2 here,
again,
but
if
he
he loses those, he loses the game. This is a very essential push for both players because whoever wins this
is
fight
rough.
wins the game.
This is rough.
This is a big fight. Lion being pretty smart here. He's taking down the Japanese consulate. That way they don't get the buff on the units. I believe it's 7.5% buff to HP and damage, so that's going to be a little quick nerf to his units. He's making his opponent's army a little bit weaker. This is going to help
We need to
him.
do more and more Kev from Cheese, like non-stop. Since he doesn't have coverings, the Cav production can't stop. He's
He
out of
can't
coin.
afford it. It's 100
He's out of
food and
coin.
100 coin for these Nagi. They're quite
Yes.
expensive. He needs to commit here. He knows it. His infantry's getting just absolutely eviscerated. The pathing is just not doing him any good. He
Yeah.
got one Gatling down for the cost of his entire army. Yamabushi they're walking around with a club in their hand.
Yeah, he just have a lot of regulars right now, and at this time the sandwich wasn't great as the first one because he came in multiple directions, and then Lion couldn't actually handle that and actually hit a way smaller max. However, this time all his cav was into a single direction, so that was very easy for Lionheart to just pull his regulars into one side and actually get the Gatling guns to shoot into the infantry on the other side. So that was not very hard to micro there for Lionheart, and actually that was very that was huge for Lionheart now because he's all about tempo here. He's very military focused on trying to finish the game right now. He's been shipping Gatlings back to back, so this is actually pretty bad for USA economy here. However, taking that big fight, and now Chiz is out of military, out of resources. He does have the resource, but he's just floating, and he lost the barracks. He's rebuilt them in the same place, and he did not make more Naginata, so he's gonna be.
I think Chis is frustrated. I think that he got a little overzealous there. I think Lion knew that Chis was a little aggressive. He was gonna overcommit. He just needed to kind of hunker down around these trees. Lion played that very smart. He knows about pathing. He knows about trees. He knows about cliffs, stuff like that, TPs. You could use this stuff to your advantage. He kind of just sat there. He pulled the musk on top.
Right here.
Yeah, and it just happened. He's got trees around his whole sides here. So he's very comfortable. And, you know, although Chis has a ton of resource and can remass, I think he just knows that that fight went so ugly and he sees all this resource. He's just frustrated. I think he knows the game's over. And he's probably just you know, thinking about what he could have done better there. And I think that's going to be the series there. I think that was incredibly well played by Lion.
Yeah, having all these tertials as well, but no Naginata that's going to actually go through this mess now. You can see here, the 2 Gatling guns coming up. We have more productions with regulars. We got some 1,000 wood shipments on the other side. We do have the golden pavilion. It's gonna be completed on its own as Onders do not stop aging and can be destructed. I don't think they can be destroyed, right? Is it their age up? I don't think they can be destroyed. However, they can lose HP when they finally go into an age 3. Let's switch to the Sugar Shrine, and I don't think there's anything else that Chis can do right now.
Chis finally getting age 3 here.
It is best of 3, Colin.
Lion gonna just easily kill both of these wonders. He doesn't need into it. He's just gonna take his time. He's very comfortable right now. He knows this game's pretty much over.
Yeah, he's all now.
He's gonna siege this and push right up north.
So using the military to compensate for the economy and the idling time, destroying the town center. Now we have the tempo, the momentum, the military, and also the economy is catching up. So at this point, you can say it's all over.
Yeah, Lion has done it, I would say. And that is the game there.
That's the game. And thanks to you for participating in the tournament. I really like to see your Japan. It was unfortunate that you did not go through against USA. You know what could have been happened different. I really like we had the economy and you almost did manage to come back. If maybe Egypt is slightly faster after the military fight here, maybe have a better chance. Unfortunately, did not go through. So I really appreciate you for participating in the tournament. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Lionheart for going through to the next round.